Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Lizzie and I'm back again with another video. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for clicking. Yeah, so guys, I've been away for a while. My channel has not been about Fashionista Lizzie for a while. If you know, you know. So during this election period that has just ended, I think it's still ongoing because of the court process and all that. So I decided to take a break. Like any other person who loves their country will just take a break and follow. Yeah, so for like any other person who is patriotic and who loves their country, I just decided that, you know what, let this period be for my lovely country, Kenya. Yeah, so that is why I decided to follow on the news and every other thing. But thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for coming back. If you're new here, welcome. Yeah, so today I'm just gonna talk about a few challenges that I've faced personally as a fashion designer. What is art? What is fashion and design? What is it like to be a fashion and designer in Kenya? Okay, yeah, so the first thing, number one, growing up, I did not have fashion and design in my school curricula. Like, there was no fashion and design. So you only come to be a fashion designer after you're done with school. No, in campus, that's it. Because I think when I go to class 3, there was art and design in primary school. I think people used to do art and design from class 4, but when I was getting to class 4, the syllabus changed. So I still didn't do art and craft. It was out of the syllabus. So we just did the normal subjects: CRE, English, Social Studies, Mathematics, Kiswahili, and Science. Those were the 6 subjects that I studied in primary school and they were tested in KCPE. Yeah. So going to high school, then there was art and craft. No. Yeah, there was art and craft. In high school, there was art and craft. And art and craft has nothing to do with fashion and design. Probably just the drawing part. You know, because you can draw somebody wearing an outfit, that is art. It's required in fashion and design, but just a bit. It's a bit of fashion and design, but I would say still no fashion and design in high school. For those people who got to know something to do with apparel is now this clothing. Those people got to know a few things to do with apparel are those people who did home science. And in home science, as a subject, it teaches you how to make basic things like how to tidy up your house, how to cook a few meals, how to, how to dress. But for those people who did a little of cloth stitching, it was just probably an apron. Those very simple things. Yeah, so I wouldn't say that there was fashion and design in my entire, primary school and high school. I only came to learn of fashion and design as a course later in campus. For you to be a designer, if you're a designer, then there are only 3 things that I know of: observation and practice. You can learn it in school as a profession, and you can be born with it as a gift. You can be a designer as a result of 1, 2, or 3, or all of them. 1, 2, or all of the 3 reasons. If you come from a home where they believe in these big professions, like, I wouldn't call them big or small, because there are these professions that people believe that, this is a profession for, this is the way to show you are learned. Parents, sometimes they can just prefer you to do law, medicine, teaching, nursing, engineering, those professions that have a niche. Yeah, those kind of professions that I'm talking about. So I was one of the people who went for the names. Okay, so I performed very good in my sciences and I was advised to go for a science course, and I went for a science course in campus. So when I went for a science course, I started doing science. I majored in chemistry, only to find out in second year that there was in second year that there is a course called fashion and design in campus. If you're a firstborn, you're likely to find out things on your own. I tell you. For those who are lastborns and second lastborns, you're lucky because you learn from your siblings' experiences, and there are things you can talk to, you can ask or inquire from your siblings that you cannot even ask your parents, Yeah, so that aside, I used to go for long holiday at home. My mom had machines. Yeah, actually she's a designer as well. So I used to practice at home. She could give me fabric. I practice on her machine. I observe how she does things and I learned. So I used to make clothes for myself during holiday, go back to school, study. My mom could not trust me with doing fashion and design while doing that science course, because definitely I'll be tempted to leave the science and go for the art. It happens a lot if you love doing art. If you love art, or if you're an artist, you know very well that you might not be able to do science. You might not be able to go to science books, calculus, mathematics, physics, all those things that come with a lot of reading. Yeah. So after I was done, I went for this particular internship. Stayed there for 4 months, came back home, decided no, I'm not gonna be working in a lab for the rest of my life, working for a company, mixing chemicals. So I decided from that point that I'm gonna pursue fashion and design as a career. I couldn't change it in campus because I didn't know you could change your course. By the time I'm coming to realize, it was too late. So after I was done with my 4th year, went for my science internship, industrial chemistry, I came back, enrolled for fashion and design 2-year course in a private school. And I decided to do that because in that particular school, fashion and design is more of a practical. Artistic careers, they're more practical than theoretical. So 80% was practical, 20% was theory. So it favored me. Again, I chose private because the tutor gives you their full attention, because you're not too many of you, plus all the required and necessary equipment are there, and you can practice as much as you need. Okay, that's why I used to work part-time at home. After now my mom decided to give me one machine. Work part-time at home when I'm free from school. I make clothes for people, go back to school in the morning every single day. That became my routine until I was done with fashion school. Then I decided to open up a business, and now I'm a business person. And so why am I saying this? I have an inborn gift or talent, artistic, in fashion and design, and also drawing. I used to draw a lot back then. Nowadays I don't draw a lot because I'm into fashion and apparel design. I observed and practiced from my mom and other people, and I also decided to go to school to learn it and become a professional. Why? Because at the end of the day, I want to interact with people, I want to share my ideas, I want to become a fashion designer to people, not just to me. I want to make fashion for people, I want to design for people, I want to create for people, and the only way to interact with people and to make them believe in your work is when you're a professional, when you are very good at what you do, when you know how to go about creativity and to balance, and to know how to interact with different people, how to overcome different challenges that come with that also. Another thing, it's business, and when it's business, then you definitely need to know that it is not just a passion or a hobby, but it needs interaction with other people. It needs you to incorporate other people's ideas so that you are able to, to balance everything. So for example, sometimes it's not me creating. A client comes, tells me, you know what, I want you to make this for me. I think it should be this, the sleeves should be this way, the length should be this way, so a client comes with their own idea, and you as a designer, you have to implement that idea exactly as the client works, exactly as the client wants. That's a total different thing. Trust me, it's a total creating is good because you can play around. If you make a mistake, you can modify that mistake to look like a design. But when a client tells you that this is what I want, you have to make exactly what they want, or rather you've lost the client, the money, time, confidence, like you've lost all those things. Yeah, so for me at first I used to mess a lot because I could mess fabric. Maybe it's a fabric that a client has come with or has paid for. Mess it up, go back to the shop, get into my pockets, buy more fabric and make the outfit. At the end of the day, I've lost. But what kept me going? Passion. What kept me going? It's not just the professionalism, it is the thing, it's inborn. So it's something that I can work with whether there is money or not. Another thing, determination to just get whatever I want, to make it. That's determination, that I want to achieve something. So I'm gonna do everything possible to achieve it. And if I don't achieve it, I'll feel like I've failed. So I'd rather work extra hard in order to achieve that what I want. It's like meeting a target, an expectation, hitting a goal, something like that. Yeah, so another challenge. You have to market yourself. Like literally, will I know that you sing? You have to go out there, sing, or tell me that you can sing so that I'm interested in hearing what you have to sing. How, if you can draw, you can just draw, paint, and put the paint in the house, or you can draw, paint, and take the paints out there, take nice photos, post them on social media, take them to the market, So marketing is another thing. 2 ways of marketing: online marketing, offline marketing. Online marketing, you have to take very nice pictures and clips of your work, post them out there. Not just post and leave, because people don't just discover you out of nowhere. You have to tell people that you are there. You invite people to your accounts, invite people to like, to follow your content, and make very good content. Because if you invite somebody, they come see what something not attractive or interesting, they won't come back. But if it's good enough, they'll come back, they'll call other people to come. The same way the same way when it comes to offline marketing. If you're making apparel like me, and I'm going to an event or a gathering, you can just decide to show up to where people are. You don't just stay indoors and you want to market yourself. Make something, a good outfit, put it on, go to the event. When you get there, if you're looking good, then definitely you'll get some compliments. Even if 1-2 people compliment you, grab that opportunity and tell them, you know what, I did this myself. I do this. This is my work. Once you mention that, they'll have it in mind that, you know what, when I want a dress, there is somebody who can make a dress. Or I saw a nice dress somewhere and I want such a nice dress, and I think that person can pull the kind of design I have in my head. And when they come, you do a good job, they'll come back again when they have another event or something, and they'll also refer people. You know what, I know somebody who does a good job. That is how you market yourself offline. The other way is to pay for other people to market you. For example, like on social media, we have advertisers, we have ads. So you can pay advertisers, you can pay Google to advertise your content. Let me say if you're on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, you can pay them for them to make sure that your content reaches a large group of people. Okay? You need to have a physical location. That is another thing that can be a challenge, because you have to make sure that your work is at a place that is secure, accessible, all those things. You have to know how to win people's confidence even when they're far away, because you will meet clients who are not in the same county or country as you. So knowing how to go about all these things, that is a skill that some of them are not taught in school. You have to learn them by yourself. Knowing where to get fabrics. When you go to school, they might not tell you, if you want suede, this is where it's found. If you want velvet, no, they might not tell you, but you have to find out, learn the market, walk, do your research, interact with people who have been in the same area of specialization before. So it's not easy, but sometimes it's easy, but it's fine. But what keeps you going? Why are you there in the first place? Why are you doing what you're doing in the first place? That is what matters. Okay, so I think those are just the few things that might be challenging. The fact that you don't get to learn fashion and design in high school, in preschool, you only get to learn of it as an adult, and you have to learn the entire thing in 2 to 4 years. That's quite something else. You have to be, yeah. Another challenge before I conclude: once you are artistic, or you are creative, or you're a designer, it is not so easy to get employed and get employed for many years, because man, you'll just be working and thinking in your mind, I am benefiting somebody. Somebody is benefiting through my creativity. Like, I would rather use my creativity, some ideas that have come from my mind, I'd rather use them to grow myself than use them to grow somebody else or some company somewhere. So you realize that you can do it for a short while, trying to find stability, but after a while you'll just realize that I need to make something for myself. I need to make to grow my name, my brand, and all that. So mostly designers are usually self-employed. Mostly, I would say like 90% of designers are self-employed. Those who are employed, those who are employed, and I would say in our country, you might not get the value for your work, value for everything that you're putting into that. Yeah, because as a creator, you have the ability to create something out of nowhere and earn from it. You get it? Yeah, so that is one of the challenges when it comes to employment and business, and trying to know where you fit as a designer. And when you get employed, you get value for your creativity. That is where the problem is. But again, everything has a solution. Not everything has a solution, but there's a way you can do everything. You can make your decision based on what works best for you. Because at the end of the day, life has to continue. We need business people, we need employers, we need employees, we need we need people who are, we need, the world needs everybody. Thank you for watching till this very end. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you will get past through every challenge that you have as we grow together, and also overcome other challenges. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly hit that subscribe button. Just subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Just give it a like. It won't hurt. Just like it, okay? Yeah, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.